Olá, meus queridos, eu sou o Dimitri e vocês estão assistindo Kozma Games e hoje vamos jogar pela primeira vez o jogo Reversion, capítulo 3, O Retorno. Não conhecia nem o capítulo 1 nem o 2, mas vamos conhecer já direto pelo 3 aqui. Parece que é um jogo de adventure, point and click, pelo que eu tô esperando, então vamos ver se ele é bom. Vamos nessa? Iniciar jogo.
Christian wakes up at Gadahan Hospital and can't remember anything. He is carrying half a photograph of a person he can't recognize. The doctor tells him it is the year 2035 and that the city of Buenos Aires has been taken over by a paramilitary group that is keeping them hostage. There he meets Victoria, another patient and prisoner, and together they think up an escape plan. Once outside the hospital, Victoria tells him that she is part of the resistance and suggests he should contact Pablo, someone who might help him ID the man in the photo. When he meets Pablo, Christian learns that the resistance wants the government to bring back order, and for that, they need information from a mole with whom they have lost contact. Christian looks for the mole, but only finds his body and his ID. Following this lead, he gets to the right address to check out the place, and to his surprise, he finds the other half of the photo of himself dressed as a scientist. So he goes back to Pablo's hideout to look for answers, but he has been kidnapped by the paramilitary group. However, he has left an important tip. He must go to the School of Engineering. There, he figures out the path to one of the secret bases of the Resistance, where he finds Victoria, as well as the man in the photo, but he is several years older. Reversion, Chapter 3, The Return.
You're the professor in the photo.
Christian, it's been so long. Gosh, I'm glad to see you. Welcome.
Christian? Me? You?
Victoria told me you lost your memory. I'm Nicholas. I was your teacher at college and we worked as colleagues.
I'm sorry, but everything's a blur.
I see. What counts is that now you are safe.
I appreciate your worries, but I'm here for answers.
Where do I begin?
For example, tell me, have I really traveled through time?
It's a long story. Our teleportation machine failed. An open as space-time hole which sucked us in.
So, am I really a scientist? Did I make a teleportation machine?
One step at a time. I better tell you everything from scratch. Let me know when you're ready to listen.
At least this time they don't disappear and leave me with no answers.
Nossa, é bem estilo LucasArts mesmo, né? Tanto é que ele vira pra câmera e faz um comentário, assim, legal. Tá, controle, inventário, ação, olhar, falar, menu. Beleza. Então, vamos lá. Desculpa aí que no texto tava bem na frente aí do texto. É a vida. Mesa de trabalho. Ah não, isso é nosso inventário, calma. Mesa de trabalho, olhar.
That's the table Nicholas must work at. It's full of papers with notes. They're the attempts of Nicholas to make the machine operational.
Pelo que eu tô entendendo, o jogo ele é argentino, hein?
I don't want to take any of this. It's Nicholas's. It's Victoria.
Victoria Principal. Vamos falar com a Victoria aqui.
Hello?
What's up?
Ó, desculpa aqui que tem um Leatherface com uma serra elétrica assassinando todo mundo aqui na gravação. Foi só começar a gravação que apareceu o Leatherface, é a vida. Muito bem.
You put yourself in danger letting them get you. You took a risk to contact me.
You're welcome. When Nicholas found out someone had arrived through a wormhole, he was sure it was you. He never lost hope. Most of us already thought you were dead.
That sounds hard.
The lives of all of us have been very hard since the incident. What matters is that Nicholas was right. And now you're here to give us a hand.
Of course, you can count on me. I have the intel files I found in Esteban's house.
Perfect. That information is very valuable. Take good care of it. It cost the life of one of us. I never thought I wouldn't see Esteban again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
No problem. It's hard to get used to the loss of people you love.
É complicado a gente pegar um adventure no meio da história, né? A gente começou agora no meio da história, então assim, fica complicado. Mas acho que vale pra gente testar a mecânica, se você se interessar, vale a pena, de repente, pra você jogar os episódios anteriores, né? Os capítulos anteriores.
Now there's one more in the Resistance.
Every person counts.
Thanks.
You are welcome.
Professor,
Yes.
I'm ready to listen.
Eita lá, senta que lá vem a história.
Listen to what?
You told me to let you know when I was ready.
I guess you're still a little confused. Time travel must affect you too much. Anyway, since you're here, I'm going to tell you my story.
I might have lost my memory, but the professor looks quite confused. The good thing is that I'm finally gonna get some answers.
Everything started in Innovate, a science and technology fair to shape the future, where I presented my lifelong project, the teleportation machine, which of course needed financing to come true. During my research, my colleagues treated me like a crazy dreamer, so it was rewarding when the first person interested in the machine showed. It turned out to be some Sergio, an unscrupulous businessman. Should I agree to work with someone like that? I didn't know if it was the right thing to do, but the opportunity was unique. So I tried to convince him of the benefits we'd get. Finally, a few weeks later, I decided to sign. That contract was the beginning of it all. Several months of hard work followed, but your presence plus Victoria and Florencia made all that work bearable. Finally, the day for the machine startup arrived. Everything looked right, but something failed. The machine opened up a hole that sucked me in. Christian, that hole turned out to be a time hole. Suddenly, I was in a destroyed Buenos Aires. I found little Victoria, who had grown up. She helped me figure it out. Sergio had taken advantage of the destruction wave. In the following chaos to overtake the city helped by a paramilitary group. Buenos Aires was isolated from the rest of the country under Sergio's dictatorship. Since then, we have organized the resistance together as a way to redeem myself for the great damage that my invention had caused. But I soon understood that stopping Sergio would not be an easy task. And to do that, many would have to continue suffering.
Now I understand why every time I hear the name Sergio, I get sick to my stomach.
There are many things in this lab back from when we worked together. If you want to, you may go over them. I'm sure that'll help you remember.
Thanks a lot, Nicholas.
Sérgio Leone. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Gente, parece que a gente viajou no tempo, né?
What is that for? I guess I'm going too fast. I have to process information bit by bit.
Calma.
If I touch any of this, Nicholas will want to kill me more than Sergio. This console must be to operate the teleportation machine. This is a fire extinguisher. I think it's great that Nicholas respects safety norms. I don't need a fire extinguisher. Before going, I need to understand better what's going on.
Temos que entender melhor o que está acontecendo.
It's Nicholas's computer. I'd better not touch it. I don't want Nicholas to get mad at me. These formulas here look familiar. Or it might be my mind playing tricks on me with fake memories. It's perfectly aligned. There's no need to arrange it.
Tá.
That's the table Nicholas must work at. It's full of papers with notes. They're the attempts of Nicholas to make the machine operational.
Lixeira.
It's full of garbage.
Não vai mexer no lixeiro. Vai?
There's nothing useful there. It looks very comfortable. It's not the time to sit for a rest.
Ué, e aí? Fala com a menina.
Hello?
What's up?
What's up?
Were you alone after the incident?
Do you want to hear the whole story?
Of
Ei,
course.
senta que lá vem história.
Though I was a little girl, I always remembered Nicholas. The fame he got after signing the contract with Sergio never distanced him from his research. His enthusiasm and commitment allowed him to get the key, to build the teleportation machine. He looked very happy back then. But the machine failed. And many things happened that day. Both you and Nicholas vanished mysteriously. The city was in chaos. The expansive wave pulled down half the buildings in the city of Buenos Aires. Sergio grasped the chance and overtook the city, helped by a paramilitary group. He took over the Casa Rosada. And so his dictatorship started.
That's a terrible story.
That's the past. Now we gotta think of the future.
So, I knew you in the past. Sorry, but I don't remember you much.
Don't worry. Though I always remembered your names, as time went by, I started to forget what you and Nicholas looked like. When Nicholas arrived in our time and found me, I took him for a homeless. I think we should have gotten more photos taken.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Nossa, é uma história complexa,
Before
né?
going, I need to understand better what's going. Professor,
Yes.
how come the teleportation machine failed?
A sabotage! Sergio wanted to keep my invention and sabotage the pulse stabilizer you designed to make me believe I had failed. But the machine responded in an unexpected way, affecting not only the matter, but also the time. Obviously, the equations in my theory had application that even I didn't know.
Eu desenhei o quê?
I designed what?
The pulse stabilizer, yes, that made the machine stabilize and work properly. You realized about the problem and you designed it. You pulled us out of a dead-end street.
Vamos melhorar aqui, vai estar atrapalhando aqui a leitura. Então vamos fazer isso aqui. Quem sabe faz ao vivo. Pronto. Se melhora aí pra vocês. Só pra ajudar vocês aí, vamos lá.
Can't believe I created something like that.
Yes, you did, though you are so young. You are a brilliant scientist. It appears you are going to surpass my talent.
Why did the machine make us travel through time?
The machine worked transporting the matter through a wormhole. But evidently the implications underlying the physics we discovered have ramifications which I've never considered.
Wormholes. I think I read about that in some files I found. I should show them to him.
Ah, tem que mostrar os files.
I guess I'm beginning to understand the whole story. Who's Florencia? That name sounds familiar.
Where did you hear that name?
You mentioned her when you were telling the story.
She worked with us at the beginning of the project. It's really not that important.
Did the temporal hole drop?
In temporal terms, I got here first. We've been working a lot since then to build the resistance.
Did you have any hope that I'd arrive?
At some point, must stop waiting for you, but I never lost hope to see you again. Christian, I'm so happy to see you. I have new hopes for our plans.
What's the plan?
The plan? Of course, the plan. I've been trying to replicate your formula for years. The one to build your famous pulse stabilizer, which allows the machine to work properly. You should check out the board. That's as far as I could get.
Let's see if I can exercise my memory a little.
Tá bom.
Why
Porque eu
did I
pedi a
lose my
memória.
memory?
I suppose you were more exposed than me to the electromagnetic radiations of the portal. That must have altered the synapse processes in your brain. When you have time, you should see a doctor.
Do you think I'll get my memory back?
We might stimulate it with memories that were important for you.
How come the teleport...
A sabotage, Sergio, and sabotage.
Esse aqui a gente já fez.
Believe
Peraí.
the machine is affecting, obviously.
Nossa,
Why
temos
did
que
the
ouvir
machine
todo o
make us
diálogo.
travel through time?
The machine worked transporting the matters through, but evidently the implications are...
Wormholes in some
Não, isso a gente
files.
já falou também.
How could they see...
Even today we don't... But I'm sure he added modification.
But how could he modify...
The lab where we worked at the only possible chance was that there was a...
Do you suspect some...
Are you hungry?
That was weird. Why did he not... Why was Sergio the only one...
Sergio was a member of a very dangerous mob net. Right after the incident, he managed to respond because he had it before. I suppose no other investor approached me because Sergio...
I guess I...
Ué, e aí? Ah, tu viu que tem dica? Legal. E aqui tem os hotspots também, isso é legal. Ué, mas a gente já falou tudo aqui.
Mentioned her.
She worked... It's written up...
How come the...
Vou tentar de novo aqui, mas eu acho que a gente já falou todo.
But the machine is affecting, obviously.
I did...
That made you real... You put...
Calma.
Yes, you did. You are brilliant. It appears you were...
Why
The machine... But evidently...
wormhole in some...
Olha lá, eu não sei, a gente já falou tudo.
The lab where the only possible...
Do you sus...
Tô pulando aqui pra gente avançar na história aqui.
How could...
Even to... I'm... But the lab the only...
Do you...
No,
That was... Why would...
Sergio, right after... Because... I suppose...
Who's that name?
Where did you hear that?
You mentioned her.
She worked with... It's written up...
Não tem o diálogo de sair? Estranho. Mas eu acho que deu pra dar uma boa ideia do jogo, né, pessoal?
We might... Where...
Acho que deu pra dar uma boa ideia, acho que deu uma bugada aqui. O pessoal ainda tá trabalhando no jogo. E é isso. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. A volta do Adventure Point and Click aqui, pra quem curte, é um prato cheio. Mas recomendo fortemente que você jogue o capítulo 1 e 2 antes pra entender, porque você não vai ficar boiando que nem eu. Gostou do vídeo? Dá um like pra gente. Adicione os favoritos, comente, divulgue, se inscreva no nosso canal se ainda não se inscreveu. Clique no sininho de notificação para sempre receber as novidades. Valeu e até a próxima.